Hello, good morning class. Let us have another video lessons for today, which is all about benefits and deductions. So this is Business Math Quarter 2, Module 4. Our lesson objectives, we have three lesson objectives. Number one, define each of the benefits given to wage earners. Second, distinguish taxable from non-taxable benefits. And third, enumerate the standard deductions with the corresponding computations. So these are the three objectives that we need to focus on today's video lesson. Lesson 1, Benefits and Deductions. We have learned that benefits are payments or gifts made by an employer, a government, or an insurance company. These benefits, however, are not all obligatory, meaning there are only some benefits that are applicable to a certain company but do not exist in other companies. In our country, there is what we call the Labor Code of the Philippines, where the employers pattern the benefits that they give to their employees. As we tackle on this video lesson, we will enumerate the benefits that are included in this decree. Moreover, we will be also discussing the deductions made to the employees. We know that these deductions are being subtracted from the employee's gross earnings, resulting to a net earning. There are certain factors that are included in the deductions that we will be identifying as we study this module. Before we start discussing our new lesson, let us have a short review on our previous lesson, which is on gross and net earnings. Directions. Read the problems carefully on a separate sheet of paper. Write your answer to the question below. Take note, class, you can pause the video while you are answering. I will be giving you several minutes for this. Pause the video. Okay? Now let us check your work. Okay. Who will answer number one? What's your answer? Any guess? Okay. So IZ has a gross earning amounting to 22,845 pesos and 3 centavos. If she has a total deduction of 1,200, how much is her net earnings? So very easy. You simply deduct 1,200 to IZ's total gross amount of earning or total gross earning, which is 22,845.03 minus 1,200. That will give you 21,645 pesos and 3 centavos. Okay, who got a correct answer? Very good. Next question. Donna works 8 hours a day. If her hourly rate is 45 pesos and 50 centavos, how much is her daily wage? Okay, how you are going to answer this? Okay, very good. You simply multiply the hourly rate, which is 45 pesos and 50 centavos, with 8 hours. So 45.50 times 8 will give you, okay, 364 pesos. Now let's start with number 3. Ryan works as a candy maker in a factory. If the rate per pack of candy is 2 pesos and 50 centavos, how much is his gross earning if he produced 250 packs of candies? How will you answer this? Simply multiply 250 packs to the rate of candy per pack, which is 2 pesos and 50 centavos. So 250 times 2.5 is, Okay, 625 pesos. That is for Ryan's uh, gross earning. That is for our previous lesson. Now let us try to learn new things. Now let's learn new. So these are some of the different acronyms that we come across to this new lesson. So I want you to take note of the following acronyms: BIR, SSS, gsis, and HDMF, because these are some of the acronyms that we are going to, or we will be encountering in this lesson. We can encounter this as we go on. Okay, now let's start with the lesson about, we have learned on our previous lessons that wages are the amount paid to a worker through a rate plan. Usually, wage earners are what we call the blue-collar workers, or those who perform manual labors, while white-collar jobs are those who have a fixed salary. They both have their own benefits and deductions made to them as part of their insurances and liabilities. In this video lesson, we will be discussing those benefits and deductions made to them. So, wage earners benefits. We have number one, long-term benefits of a wage earners. So when we say long-term, it means, okay, it means it can cover long-term or life, it can be life as long as you are alive. Yes. So the first one is retirement. Second is death. And the third is disability. This long-term benefits, retirement benefits, this benefit can be uh, get when you, or when a person, when an employee is retire. When an employee retire, na siya retirement benefits. Then death. When an employee died, can avail death benefits. And when uh, the employee become disabled, he or she is entitled of a disability benefit. So when we say retirement, this is like a savings account. An employee usually pays for the retirement fee monthly, which will be received by the employee once he or she retires from the service. The retirement pay is given by R equals 22.5 times P times T, where R is the retirement pay, P is the daily rate, and T is the number of years served. That is how the retirement benefit being computed by an employee. So again, R equals 22.5 times P times T, where P is the daily rate and T is the number of years served. That is how it is being computed. The second benefit of a wage earner is tax exemption. Minimum wage earner tax exemption, as per RA or Republic Act 1594, states that if the employee's salary is at the minimum set by the Department of Labor and Employment, or DOLE, for each particular region in the country, then the employee is entitled for tax exemption. So that's the benefit of a wage earner receiving a minimum salary. So wala siya tax, hindi siya nagbabayad ng tax. Next is, the third benefit is bonuses and allowances. Example of bonuses and allowances can be travel allowance, rice allowance, meal allowance, clothing allowance, and the like. So These are some amount given by the company to their employees for them to enjoy. So this is the third types of benefit that an employee can receive. The fourth one is 13th month pay, holiday pay, special pay, overtime pay, night shift differential, and hazard pay. For this 13th month pay computation, you let X be the annual basic salary of an employee. Then the 13th month pay of this employee must be 1 over 12X, meaning it is equivalent to 1 month pay or basic salary of an employee. That is the 13th month pay. Holiday pay computation refers to, when we see holiday, it refers to payment of the regular daily wage. When we see holiday pay, uh, it if that particular employee work, even though it is declared as holiday or special holiday or whatever, then that particular employee will receive holiday pay computation, which refers to payment of the regular daily wage for any non-working regular holiday. If an employee works on holiday, then he will receive twice his daily wage. That is how it is being computed. So that is why many of the factory, for example, factory or a company, let's say, seldom require employees to attend or to at let's say hindi na kailangang pumasok yung employee kasi nga mahirapan yung employer kasi times 2 yung babayaran niya. So if it is non-working regular holiday, employer will prefer to let the employees enjoy on that holiday para hindi siya magbabayad ng twice as the daily wages of that employees. Okay? The fifth one is leave incentives. It can be sick leave, maternity leave incentives, paternity leave incentives, solo parent, and others. So let us try to discuss this one by one. Sick leave, 12 days per year for the first 2 years of service, with additional 1 sick leave every year starting on second year of service. So the maximum total sick leave is 15 days. That's the maximum. All unused leave days are convertible to cash in December of each year. So for example, each employee is meron siyang 15 days na maximum sick leave. Halimbawa, nagamit lang niya yung limang araw. So meron siyang 10 sick leave credits na naiwan. So yun, pwede itong i-convert into cash tuwing December. So magiging pera yun. Next is maternity or paternity benefit. So when we say maternity, yung mother, yung nagdi-deliver ng anak, yung mga anak, siya yung mag-avail ng maternity benefit. While paternity benefit, yun yung asawa ng mga anak. So this benefit can only be availed by a female or a male employee when the female employee will deliver a child. And for the cases that the male is needed, the male can apply for a leave as provided in the Paternity Leave Act of 1996 as per Republic Act 8187. So, ganun yun. And maternity leave can be computed by letting X be the average monthly salary of the employee. Halimbawa, yung average monthly salary ng babae is 20,000. Then 2.6 times 20,000, for cesarean and 2 times 20,000 for normal delivery. So, ganun yun. So, ibig sabihin, kung normal delivery, times 2 yung matatanggap niyang maternity leave benefit. So, halimbawa sa mga guro, kasi nasa public sila, government employees sila. So, ang matatanggap nila ay yun lang, hindi sila makapasok, pero meron silang sahod. Ganun yun. Yun. So, ibig sabihin, kasi 2 times, so, pwede silang hindi papasok or hindi talaga sila papasok at meron silang sahod for 2 months. O parang ganun na rin, times 2 pa rin yun pag normal delivery. Ewan ko kasi hindi ako na kapag try ng cesarean. Parang wala namang kaibahan cesarean o normal. Sa mga guro. Okay, next let's proceed to taxable and non-taxable benefits. So, the Bureau of Internal Revenue, or BIR, issued Revenue Regulations number 5 of 2011 with the following non-taxable benefits, or the so-called de minimis benefits. Again, de minimis benefits, which is further amended in RR number 8 of 2012. So number 1 is monetize unused vacation leave credits. So when we say monetize unused vacation leave credits of private employees, this will not exceed 10 days during the year. And the second one is monetized value of vacation and sick leave credits. So when we see monetized value of vacation and sick leave credits, this is paid to government officials and employees. So para to sa mga government employees or government officials, yung nagtatrabaho sa gobyerno. Then the third one is medical cash allowance to dependents of employees. So, ibig sabihin, yung third, medical cash allowance to dependents of employees means it will not exceed to 750 pesos per employee per semester or 125 pesos per month. So, ganun yun. Pero, hindi yun matatanggap sa, ewan ko, hindi naman ako nakasubok sa ganito. Pero, parang meron to sa mga private companies. The fourth one is rice subsidy. The rice subsidy of the private companies can be 1,500, or it can also be one sack of rice of 50 kilograms per month, which the amount will not exceed 1,500. Yung iba, kinukuha na lang yung cash, or yung iba naman, bigas talaga yung kinukuha. Parang ganun yun. May nakita akong ganito sa mga, yung nagtatrabaho sa LECO, meron silang ganyan. Rice subsidy, tawag doon. And next one is the uniform and clothing allowance. So kami, mga guro, merong ganyan. Uniform and clothing allowance not exceeding 4,000. Sa per annum, kumbaga isang taon. Now, by the way, now, we are receiving 5,000 per annum as per RR number 8, Series of 2012, dated May 11, 2012. Meaning, meron ng, instead of 4,000, nagiging 5,000 na yung clothing allowance ng mga guro and all officials in the government, as well as all employees, I mean. Now, the next one is actual medical assistance. I do not know, basta hindi ko pa nasubukang meron bang ganito. Actual medical assistance. Examples is medical allowance to cover the medical and health care. Siguro ito yung sa PhilHealth. It needs annual medical executive check-up, maternity assistance, and routine consultation not exceeding to 10,000 per annum. Ewan ko, siguro sa mga private agencies or private entities ito. Hindi ko to na ano sa government. Next is laundry allowance. O ito, meron kaming ganito, laundry allowance. Tinatawag siyang, yung laundry allowance pala siguro ay nasali na dito sa uniform and clothing allowance. Kasi halimbawa, hindi kami nagpapatahi ng bago, yun, nagiging laundry allowance yun. Ganun yan. Okay, so, maganda talaga maging guro. Maraming benefits. Next is, by the way, that laundry allowance pala is not exceeding 300 per month. So, wala kami yan. Wala kaming laundry allowance. Next is Employees Achievement Awards. So, para siyang loyalty, ganyan. For length of service or safety achievement. Parang loyalty benefit mo bilang empleyado ng isang gobyerno o kaya empleyado ng isang kumpanya, which must be in the form of tangible personal property other than cash or gift. Parang benefit mo. Next, it can also be certificate, gift certificate with annual monetary value not exceeding 10,000 received by the employee under an established written plan which does not discriminate in favor of highly paid employees. So, ganun yun. Next is gifts. So, when we see gifts, this example of this is Christmas gifts or cash gifts. Matatanggap to ng mga empleyado tuwing Kapaskuhan, ganun. Some are major anniversary celebrations not exceeding 5,000 per employee per annum. Pag isang taon, 5,000. Then, daily meal allowance for overtime work and night meal allowance. This meal allowance can be daily meal allowance for overtime work and night graveyard shift not exceeding 25% of the basic minimum wage on a per region basis. So, all other benefits given by employers shall not be considered as de minimis benefits, and hence it is not, so it shall be subject to income tax as well as withholding tax on compensation income. So meaning to say, some of the benefits here are taxable and others are non-taxable. So in here, the 13th month, the benefits, these are non-taxable, like a uniform and clothing allowance, non-taxable yan. Actual medical assistance, non-taxable. Laundry allowance, employees achievement awards. Itong mga lahat ng to, non-taxable to. Yung tinatax ng government, BIR, ay yung previously nating dinidiscuss. Yung yung mga 13th month, ganun. Tinatax yun. May tax yun sa gobyerno. BIR nangungulikta nun. Okay? Let's proceed. Okay, standard deductions. So after we identify the taxable and non-taxable benefits, let us now enumerate the different standard deductions in the payslip. The following are some standard deductions of a wage earner. Number 1 is withholding tax. Withholding tax is the amount contributed by any wage earner or employee to the government. Below is the withholding tax table effective January 1, 2018 to December 31, 2022. So these are the revised withholding. This is the revised withholding tax table. Okay. So for daily wage earner, there is a range here by which you are going to follow for you to know your prescribed withholding tax. So for 685, let us have a pointer here. Here, for example, 685 and below, zero withholding tax. For 685 daily na per day, 685 to 1,095 daily wage, you will be deducted 20% of your difference. For example, your wage is 1,000, so 685 will be deducted from 1,000 and your 315 will be taxable for 20%. Ganun yun. So, and so on. So, pag lalaki na yung sahod mo, syempre lalaki din yung tax mo. Ganun yun. So, halimbawa, monthly. Dito tayo sa monthly. Pag yung sahod mo ay nasa 20,833 and below, walang tax. Exempted ka sa tax kasi nasa minimum ka lang sa monthly. Pero, pag yung sahod mo ay 20,833 to 33,332, meron ka ng 20% tax sa sobra ng 20,833. The difference, yun ang tinatax ng 20%. At kung ang sahod mo monthly ay nasa 2,500 plus 25% over. Meaning to say, pag yung sahod mo ay nasa 33,333 to 66,666, mayroon ka ng fixed amount na 2,500 plus 25% of the difference of 33,333. Yung difference, yun ang linalagyan ng 25% tax plus 2,500. Ganun ang pagkuha ng tax, withholding tax. Okay? Next. Okay, the second standard deduction is PhilHealth. All employees, whether working in private or government entities, are to be members of PhilHealth. Sa ngayon, halos sa buong bansa natin, halos lahat ng mga Pilipino ay meron ng PhilHealth. Pero yung mga nagtatrabaho talaga, meron talaga silang binabayaran na PhilHealth contributions. Yung ibang, lalo na yung mga poorest of the poor, mayroon silang PhilHealth that is subsidized by the government. So, again, going back to our lesson as standard deductions, PhilHealth is there to cover them and their beneficiaries in times of sickness. So, this contribution is being shared equally by the employer and employee. So, if the employee has a salary of 10,000 pesos, then 3% of that is 300 pesos. And 150 is being deducted to the payslip of the employee, and the other 150 is being paid by the employer. Kumbaga, 50-50 sila, hati-hati sila sa babayaran. Yun, yung ang pagbabayad ng PhilHealth. So, I have here the revised premium contribution table for the year 2020. So, 10,000 yung sahod o 10,000 0.01 to 59,999 and 99 pesos hanggang 60,000, they will be deducted 3% contribution for PhilHealth. So, tandaan yung mga learners na yung sahod, 3% of that will be, yung basic salary talaga, ay may deduction yun na 3% from your basic salary para doon sa PhilHealth. Pero take note that yung 3%, hindi talaga buong 3% ang i-deduct doon sa payslip nyo, kundi lang 1.5% kasi hati kayo ng employer. Yun. Paano computein yung PhilHealth. Tandaan nyo kasi meron tayong exercise mamaya. Okay, third. The third standard deduction is Social Security System or SSS. Meron na kayong nalalaman sa SSS. All employees in private entities are covered by the Social Security System. So when we say Social Security System, ito yung insurance ng lahat ng mga nagtatrabaho o empleyado ng nasa private na mga companies. So, all employees in private entities are covered by the Social Security System or SSS. However, Self-employed can be a voluntary member. And non-working spouses may also become members. So, pwedeng mag-contribute kayo kung kahit wala kayong trabaho, nasa bahay lang kayo. I mean, hindi walang trabaho. Kasi yung mga nasa bahay lang, yung nilalang nila, yun ang pinakamahirap talaga. Mga housewife natin. Naku, mahirap kayo maging housewife, maraming gagawin. Pero, walang sahod yun. Kayong housewife, pwede yung kukuha ng SSS membership. Meron siyang contribution doon para nang sa ganun, kung halimbawa nasa old age na siya, meron siyang matatanggap na tinatawag nating pension from the SSS. So, ganun yun. So, the current SSS contribution rate is 12% of the monthly salary credit, not exceeding to 20,000, and this is being shared by the employer, which is 8% from the employer and 4% for the employee. Kumbaga sa 12%, 8% sa yung amo yung magbabayad at yung 4% ikaw yung magbabayad, yung worker. Meaning, if an employee has a monthly salary credit of 10,000, 10,000 lang example natin kasi buo siya, hindi mahirap mag-compute. So, the monthly contribution of the employee is 400 pesos, which is being deducted to the payslip. While the other 800 is shouldered by the employer. So, yung amo, yung may-ari ng kumpanya, yung employer, yun yung magbabayad ng 8% para sa SSS mo. So, I have here a table of a new SSS contribution schedule. Ganito yon. So, meron dito, range of compensation. When we say compensation, yun yung pinakasahod. Wala naman sigurong sahod ngayon na 2,250. So, dito na tayo sa halimbawa, 10,250. Lagyan natin ng kulay. Dito tayo sa 10,250 hanggang 10,749 pesos and 99 centavos. So, yung monthly salary credit niya is 10,500 halimbawa. So, yung contribution ng employee is 840 at yung empleyado, yung nagtatrabaho ay 420. So, yung total na contribution ay 1,260 pesos. So, ganun yun. Parang sa employee na deduction. So, tandaan yung mga bata kasi meron tayong exercise mamaya. So, you have to go back to this table para makasagot kayo sa mga binibigay na exercise. Okay? So, ganun yun, guys. Self-employed, yung di ba sinabi ko kanina, yung mga housewife, yung may trabaho pero hindi sa gobyerno, hindi sa government, hindi sa public, hindi rin sa nangangamuhan, baga siya lang, meron siyang sariling company, halimbawa, may tindahan siya, ganun, self-employed ang tawag doon. Pwede siyang maging voluntary members, which is, siya mismo magbabayad ng 12% of the monthly salary credit based on the monthly earning declared at the time of registration. So, depende kung magkano yung dinideclare niya na earning, yung income niya sa isang buwan. So, ganun yun. So, pwedeng siya mismo, halimbawa, nag-declare siya na yung sahod niya ay 5,000 dito siya, halimbawa, dito sa 5,000. So, yung dinideclare niya halimbawa ay 6,000. So, siya ang magbabayad ng buo na 720 pesos. Kasi nga, wala naman siyang cashier kasi wala naman siyang employer. So, ganun yun. Okay? So, itong mga deductions na to sa table, ito yung ER, yung total contribution, ganyan. Yung kung saan mapupunta yan. We have a separate explanation on that. Okay, so sa ngayon, dito lang muna tayo sa deduction. Okay, so ganun yun. Next is, let's move on to the next, which is The fourth standard deduction is a government service insurance system, gsis. So, yung mga guro are employees in the government. So, dito siya na hindi wala silang SS unless kung meron namang iba na merong iba na mga government employee na nagbabayad din sila ng SS para baga voluntary membership, sila mismo nagbabayad, wala silang kahati, wala silang ka-share. Para sa ganun, pag tumatanda na sila, dalawa yung pensyon na matatanggap nila. Wala akong ganun. Hindi ko tinuloy yung sa akin. Anyway, Government Service Insurance System or GSIS, all government employees holding permanent and non-permanent positions are members of GSIS, whether permanent or non-permanent. Premium contributions are based on monthly compensation. So, monthly compensation ang binabasihan. 9% of the employee's salary is being deducted to them. So, if an employee has a salary of 10,000, her personal share to GSIS will be 900 pesos. Tandaan, class, yung GSIS contribution, premium contribution is 9% of the basic salary. Doon ka magko-compute sa basic salary. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa kasali doon yung allowance, ganun. Wala pa yung sa basic ka lang talaga kukuha ng 9%. Yun ang premium sa GSIS. Tandaan nyo kasi meron tayong exercise mamaya. So, Section 5 of Republic Act 8291 provides that it shall be mandatory for the member and the employer to pay the monthly contribution specified in the following schedules. I have here schedule. The monthly compensation, here in the first column, percentage monthly compensation, a member and the employer. So, di ba sinabi ko kanina na 9% is being deducted to the payslip? Because you're a member. Pero ang employer, meaning yung employer mismo yung government, yung department, sila lang magbabayad ng 12% para sa iyo sa contribution mo. So, further, members of the Judiciary and Constitutional Commissioner shall pay 3% of their monthly compensation as personal share, and their employers are corresponding 3% share for their life insurance coverage. So, ganun yun. Parang meron ding hatian sa Judiciary and Constitutional Commission as personal share. Okay? So, that's it. Okay, the fifth standard deduction is pag-ibig fund. Yung mga umiibig dyan, hindi yan yung pag-ibig na pinagpokusan yung iba yon. Yung pag-ibig fund is the Home Development Mutual Fund or HDMF, more popularly known as pag-ibig fund. This was established to provide a national savings program and affordable shelter financing for Filipino workers. Kasi dito, pwede kang mag-loan para pabahay or magpagawa ka ng bahay. Kaya nga, tinatawag siyang Home Development Mutual Fund. Ganun yun. And this is affordable. Parang mura lang siya. So, 1% of the monthly compensation of 1,500 and below is being collected to the employee and 2% for over 1,500. So, mura lang yung binabayaran ng empleyado dito sa pag-ibig fund. Tingnan mo, 2% lang ng 1,500 na sahod pataas. O, 2% lang. Yun ko nga sa akin, parang 100 lang yata yung deduction ko. Hindi ko na na-familiar. So, meron silang example table dito. Yung monthly compensation mo is 1,500 and below. Yung babayaran mo monthly is 1% ikaw. At yung employer mo, mayroon siyang share na 2%. So, pag yung monthly compensation mo is 1,500, babayad ka ng 1% as your employee share sa pag-ibig. Pero yung amo mo, magbabayad siya ng 2% sa 1.5. Pero yung sahod mo halimbawa is 10,000, so dito ka na po-fall. You belong to this category. Wherein, ikaw ay magbabayad ng 2% at yung employer mo another 2%. So, yun. Ganun yun. Simple lang ang pag-compute. Tandaan kasi meron tayong exercise mamaya. Okay, next. You are now in activity 1. Simple lang naman siya. Directions state whether the following is a benefit of a wage earner or not. I want you to write in the yellow pad Y for yes and N for no. So, number 1, travel allowance. Is it a benefit of a wage earner or not? Tax, benefit or not? Motor car insurance, SS premium pay, holiday pay. Just Y or N lang, yes or no lang. 13th month pay, is it benefit or not? Leave without pay, paternity leave, rise incentive, special pay day. Yun. Madaling masasagot yan. Yes or no lang yan. Y and N lang. Okay. So, kung halimbawa hindi pa kayo tapos, pwede nyo i-post yung yung video. Kung tapos na, just proceed. Okay? Next. Okay, next activity class. Activity 2 na tayo, guys. Ang gali, ang bilis. Directions. Read and analyze each problem and solve the following problems. Oh my God, solving problem, ang dali-dali nito. Show your solution. No solutions means wrong. So, number 1 problem is Mr. Sarmiento served in the company ABC for 20 years with an average daily rate of 480 pesos, and he is planning to retire and avail of his retirement benefit. How much is the minimum retirement pay that he will receive? Okay, come on guys, compute. Go back to yung mga may notes, meron doong formula. So, pwede na kayong sasagot. Halimbawa, hindi pa kayo nakakita sa mga formula, pwede nyo namang i-post yung video natin. Okay? Next problem, number 2. Ms. Villaruel has an annual salary of 227,850 pesos. Question, what would be her 13th month pay at the end of the year? Dali-dali na ko. Ewan ko sa'yo. Alam ko, perfect kayo dito. Okay, next. Activity number 3 na tayo on a separate sheet of paper. Write down what is asked below. Okay, number 1. Enumerate at least 5 benefits of a wage earner. Number 2. Give at least 1 taxable and 3 non-taxable benefits of an employee. Kanina, minimension ko yan, isa ko yan kung ano yung taxable at ano yung non-taxable. So, kayo nang bahala dyan. Next is list down the 5 standard deductions made by the employee's payslip. And activity 4, directions. Analyze the table below on a separate sheet of paper. Write your answers to the following questions. So, yung questions dito, class, is ano lang naman? Number 1, how much dito nyo ilalagay? How much is the contribution of Mr. Cruz to the following? So, number 1 is dito, gsis. Dito, kulayan natin dito. gsis, dyan yung ilagay. Remember, meron tayong dyan, table, kung magkano yung deduction. Dito nyo sa basic salary, 17,505. Next question is PhilHealth. Magkano yung deduction niya sa PhilHealth? Next, magkano naman yung deduction niya sa Pag-ibig? And then, magkano naman yung withholding tax niya, yung ibibigay niya, ibabayad niya sa BIR. Then, i-total mo itong 4, get the sum of this, ilagay nyo dito. Then, pagkatapos, itong 18,000, ito yung total earnings, i-minus nyo dito, and then, lagay nyo naman dito yung net pay. Ganun lang kadali, as simple as that. My goodness. I know, perfect kayo pag nakinig kayo sa video lesson na to. Perfect talaga kayo. Okay, next na tayo, guys. Next activity. Next activity is your assessment na kung talagang alam nyo ba lahat mga lesson natin. Number 1 to 10 lang naman. True or false? Write true. Take note, naka-caps lock to. Capital lahat true if the statement is true and false if not. So, number 1, all wage earners can avail all benefits of any wage earner. True or false? Number 2, maternity leave can be availed by the husband of a pregnant mother. True or false? Number 3, the total earnings of an employee is not always equal to their basic pay. Number 4, 13th month pay is equivalent to 1/13 of their annual basic salary. 5, de minimis benefits shall not be taxed. 6, retirement benefits can only be availed if the age of the employee is at least 70 years old. 7, medical cash allowance for the dependents of employees not exceeding 750 per employee per semester or 250 pesos per month is not taxed. 8, holiday pay is equivalent to twice the daily wage of a wage earner. 9, living allowances is a benefit that an employer must give to his employees. And number 10, employees whose salaries are above 20,833 pesos pay their withholding taxes. That will be all for the assessment, guys. Okay, if you are not yet done answering, try to pause the video. And for now, let's go to the next slides. Okay, next activity. Analyze the problem below and answer the questions that follow. This is all about Bianca, who has a monthly salary of 18,500. Again, same as what we did with your previous activity. Complete the table below which shows the deductions on her payslip. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung deduction sa kanyang payslip. Remember, guys, yun yung employees contribution, hindi yung sa employer. Okay? That will be all for this activity. Next is additional activities. Guys, ang gagaling nyo. So, ang gagawin nyo, guys, is your additional activities at home. Na siyang homework, ganun. Interview a wage earner or employee about the benefits that he or she receives. Then, list down his or her answers. So, example, here, na interview sheet ninyo. Name, type of job or job position. Then, benefits received from the employer. Meron yung mga employee, pag nagtatanong kayo, guys, ganito ang gagawin nyo. Magdadala kayo ng yung mga list natin ng mga benefits. Itanong mo, sir, ma'am, meron ba kayong benefits na ganito? Sinabi nilang ganito, okay, check mo. Yun. Meron yan. O, check mo. Pag sinabi, wala. O, wala yun. Mabilis lang yung pag-interview, ganun lang. Okay? Submit that one as soon as you are done. I will give you 1 week for that interview. That will be all. Thank you very much for watching. Happy learning. Signing off. Bye-bye.